Let me fix this, because soon as you walk out the door, Gizmo run over here. His little blanket so he can lay down. Because as soon as you went out the door,
Y'all
I mean,
buddies again.
so, yeah, he my best friend. And he gonna come over here and try to get comfortable and will get mad if he can't.
Like, come on, mama, shit.
You know I was coming. Who is here? What? If you go by the dollar store, can you give me another pair of headphones? Cause I hate those.
What?
The ones that I have.
The ones that I have. You said it was only gonna be for a day. Those are the ones I gave you.
No, the ones you gave me, I put them back over there.
Oh.
Cause I don't like those either. But these are some new ones that I just opened. And the earbud things, I guess, are too big. Oh, maybe I can take the buds off the other ones. Because they don't fit.
Yeah, you can put the smaller ones.
Oh, yeah. I'll do that. Because these, I don't know. They.
You know what? I'm gonna take this sandwich since you got.
Ah!
You got all kinds of stuff here.
But you have the ability to go and get something else if you want it. Put my sandwich back in there. Don't play with me. Put my sandwich back. I want that sandwich.
See how she do me. Y'all see how she do me. See how she do me.
Don't worry about him, y'all.
Y'all see how she do me.
See how she do me. Don't worry about him. Don't listen to him, y'all. Trying to take my sandwich.
She do me dirty.
And he got a car. He can go and get whatever he want. How you gonna take my sandwich?
She do me dirty. She do me dirty. Okay, I'm at chapter 2.
Oh, okay. Oh, pass me that so I can show it to them. Maybe we might want to do a book club thing too.
I'll listen to
I was gonna say, what's that red thing in there? But that's your salad dressing. Go on, child. Go on. Okay, so the shirt is a little wrinkled. I can't see the wrinkles. Okay. Y'all ignore these wrinkles. Ignore these wrinkles, okay? Because they didn't have irons back in Game of Thrones days. There were no irons, okay? So y'all gonna have to deal with these wrinkles.
No, they didn't.
They didn't, huh, babe?
See, that's what you get for keep that sandwich.
Bye. Call me later. No, girl. Ain't nobody spoiling me. He going to work like he always do. Hey, beautiful magic. Hey, Zara. Hey, Phoenix. Who? What you forget?
I didn't forget anything.
Hey, Deborah.
I didn't forget anything.
Huh? Phoenix, you're gonna have to be the timekeeper. So when we get at like 45 minutes, put the little emoji clock thing up. You are the official timekeeper because you're the only moderator here. So put the when we get to about 45 minutes or so, put the time clock thing up and make sure that I see it so I can start wrapping things up. Because I like to go for an hour, but at 40 minutes, I can start reeling myself back in to let everything go. So, if anybody else follows For It's Rocks on YouTube, she is going to be doing a book club starting in February. And this is the first book that they're going to be reading. Well, everybody's going to be reading.
I'm going for real this time.
Oh, Don't come back.
For real, for real.
You got your phones and stuff?
Always.
Bye, y'all. This is the first book that they're going to be reading. Um, I started this last year and never finished it. I think that this has a movie deal coming. I'm not really sure when the movie will be out, but she is on her second book. She is already on part two to this, and I think it has already come out. I'm not really sure, but I think it did. But this is Children of Blood and Bone by Tommy Adeyemi, and it is loosely based on the Orishas. It has some dealings about the Orishas in the book. I'm pretty sure it's set in. I'm not sure if it's Nigeria or somewhere in Africa, Benin or one of those places in Africa. It's uh, a really thick book. It's interesting. It is an interesting book, but it just seems like the older I get, the less I want to read, or I don't know what that is because I used to love books. I mean, you would really think that I still do love books by the amount of books that me and my husband own. My husband is an avid reader. But see, he keeps himself on a schedule. He reads 15 minutes a day, regardless. He will set a timer and read 15 minutes a day every day. That's one of his things. And I'm trying my best to you know get on that with him, but I just haven't been able to. Like, I will pick up a book every day, but I don't just like go through the book. Like, I may pick up a book to try to get an outline for a lesson or whatever for YouTube, but I'm not going to say that I read the whole book. So I was thinking that if you guys want to, we can read this also and have a discussion about it, or I could discuss the discussion that is going on in the Forest Rocks situation. Did you do that? Oh, maybe that was you. My plants were shaking, and I was like, "Is that an earthquake?" But I guess that's Gizmo when he moved. He's shaking the thing in my purse is hitting the plants. Um, Either way, we could, if we want to talk about it, we could do that. But this is the book, and it is on Kindle or one of those, reading Audible or Kindle or whatever. I'm pretty sure it's on there. Um, I purchased this from Walmart, so go get it if you want to read it. It is a good book. Okay, so our lesson for today is going to come from this really old. I've had this book for a long time. It is called Your Seven Energy Centers, a holistic approach to physical, emotional, and spiritual vitality by Elizabeth Clare Prophet. And this is going back into our chakra series. So this is about the chakras. Hey, Tina. Oh, okay, so it is a second part to the book. What is the name of the second one, Phoenix? Do you know? She's from Nigeria. Okay, I knew she was from one of those one of those African countries. Stay here, Gizmo. Children of virtue and vengeance. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to read this one because um I do want to read the second one. So let's see. You know what? What we can do is just start from the beginning. It don't make no sense to skip around. Let's start from the beginning. I don't want to read all of the. And this book has pictures, which is really good. You know, it will actually show you where the different chakra centers are, and also the what are these called? The symbol, the symbol for each chakra. I like books with um, pictures. So it starts off with the first energy center is in the base of the spine. So the chakras go from the bottom up. So the location is at the base of the spinal column, which is, you know, like near your tailbone area. The bottom of your spine is near your tailbone where you sit down at. And so the positive expression of it is purity, hope, joy, self discipline, integration, perfection, wholeness, and nurturing. The unbalanced expression, when this chakra is not balanced, you feel discouragement, hopelessness, impurity, and chaos. So, people who have an imbalance in this particular chakra will have a lot of chaos swirling around in their lives. You're not balanced. And it would make sense that your um, spinal column would be the chakra that is related to balance. Because without your spinal column working, there is no balance because you're not walking. When people have spinal cord injuries, that ends their ability to walk. There is no balance. That's, you know, when babies are learning how to walk, they are developing their balance. When they're learning how to walk, they look like little drunk people because they don't have any balance. It's the balance that keeps us upright with the ability to walk and function. And without that, you won't. If you have any type of injury to your spinal column, you won't be walking. And in certain injuries, not only will you not be walking, you will lose function to your be damaged by your spinal column. And somebody said they've never heard of I never heard of energy centers. Energy centers are your chakras. That's what the chakras are. They are the areas where energy flows through your body. That is your chakra, your energy center. and there are different points in your body where energy flows through. So they, in this book, they call them centers of energy. So the part of the body that is affected by this is the adrenal or the adrenal glands. So the gemstone is a diamond, a pearl, or a quartz crystal. So if you want to use a crystal to charge that particular area, those are some of the crystals that they um, say can be used. So one of the mantras for this particular chakra is through practicality, self discipline, and joy, we nurture life to wholeness. Now, one thing about this book, it deals with the healing of these particular chakras. In wholeness, and you know, through wholeness, you have to heal in order to reach wholeness. And we are all in a constant state of healing. There is nobody that have their all chakras spinning at the right time all together all the time. We are all in a state of healing. No, there is no perfect person on this earth who is walking around with all of their chakras healed, all of their chakras flowing perfectly, because none of us are perfect. We are all in a state of healing. But it's those people that realize that we're all in a state of healing and trying to heal themselves that are doing better than people who are just not doing anything and don't even understand that the body is in constant need of healing and repair. And I'm not talking about the physical body, I'm talking about our spiritual body. Because most people will do anything. They will go to the gym, they will work out, they will drink smoothies. I don't drink soda, I don't drink caffeine, I don't smoke, all of that stuff to heal the physical body, but don't touch themselves spiritually. That spiritual body is basically dead. So you're just walking around with a very nice outer shell and your inside is jacked up. So you're no better than, anybody else. You're not even more healthy than anybody else because the body requires the mind, body, and spirit to be in in accordance with each other for us to really be healthy. I don't want to get into this. One thing about this book is it's really, really deep. It's one of those that you really have to read through. And I'm just trying to really keep everything, really simple. Okay, so one of the questions that is asked in this chapter is, can I perform effectively at the spirit, at the physical level that I exist in now? Or do I tend to ignore physical demands and keep my head in the clouds or in the sand? So am I ignoring what is going on with my physical body? Like, am I ignoring things that are happening with my body? Do I just, go on with life and, not pay attention when I get these like little red flags when it comes to my physical body? And a lot of people do. I hear, and I do it. Like recently, I have been having those problems with my ear, and not until my ear put me in a position where it was throwing off my balance did I decide to go in and let the doctor look at it. We don't. We will sometimes just allow things to go on with our bodies and ignore them until they get too bad. And these are the same things that happen to us spiritually. But a lot of people don't, you don't know what to look for. You don't understand when certain red flags are coming up, because when things are going on with us spiritually, they will sometimes manifest themselves in a physical way, in a physical sickness or a physical problem that is can translate spiritually. I used to experience ear and balance problems too. Yeah, when you have problems, it's best to go in and let the doctor look at it and figure out what is going on, because those things can lead to things spiritually also. When my body shows signs that it is out of balance, do I take the necessary actions to get back into balance? With everything that is going on right now, with the death of Kobe, a lot of people are spiritually out of balance. Like, this is one of those things that will throw a lot of people off, because there's so much energy around what happened. We are taking in all of this sadness, which can lead to depression. I've heard so many people talk about they're having a hard time sleeping, not sleeping, insomnia can lead to depression. These things can lead to overeating, which can lead to stomach issues. All of these things are related. We have to understand that, it's like a snowball effect when it comes to spirituality. Things that affect you on the spiritual level can eventually affect you on the physical. That's why always say that the mind, body, and spirit are connected. And if you're not trying to keep all of those things in alignment, then you're off. You will feel off. We are feeling off right now because of what's going on. And if you're not taking measures to bring yourself back to a more centered state, you will continue to feel off. You will continue to feel bad. You will continue to feel depressed. And you don't want to stay in that state. How do you bring yourself back to balance? How do you, align those chakras again when they start to get off? Because they do. You can align your chakras, and then something can happen and kind of throw you off course. And that's normal. It's normal for them to, for you to be off. You're not going to always stay in a state of perfection. And people who claim to be always in a state of perfection scare me because they're lying. I hate when I see people, basically saying that they're perfect and they're walking on water and, they don't kill any animals or don't do anything or, there's golden light around me at all times. No, we all fall off. We're humans. We all have bad days, but it's what you do to get back to that balance is what matters. Not the fact that you had a bad day, is how did you get back to a state of balance? That's important. Where was it an earthquake at? Jamaica, Cuba, and other islands just had an earthquake just now. All at the same time? Jamaica, Cuba, and other islands just had an earthquake. How did they all have an earthquake at the same time, though? Is it on the news? Are they talking about it on the news? I done lost my remote. What a remote, Gizmo? I got it. Oh, no. CNN posted. Oh, okay. I don't have CNN. They're really close, so they probably sit on similar plates. Mm. Okay, so the next question is how can I enhance my home and workspace to encourage and inspire my creativity? So, what can I do in my house to foster my creativity and basically to, you know what? If you slide through here one more time, I swear, me and you gonna fight. Lay your butt down. Lay down, poo poo, because you doing too much. How can I bring that peace and tranquility and balance into my house to keep me creative and grounded? If creativity is your thing, if you want to be creative, then you put things in your house to make you creative. You put, if your thing is you want to paint, then you put sculpting artist, then you put those type of things in your house. I'm extremely colorful. I love crystals, so I do have crystals all over my house. I have plants and stuff all over my house. I love plants. I am an asthmatic, and I have always been told that plants help to clear the oxygen and draw out the toxins or whatever that can be in your house. So I put things in my house that can help me. I like a lot of colors, so most of the tapestries that I have in my house are very brightly colored. I am one of those people that I do have to have a lot of colors around me. I do like colors. I don't like really dark colored objects at all. Like I don't like really dark paintings and stuff. So when you come in my house, you will get overwhelmed with color because that's just my thing. You have to find what works for you. I have crystals everywhere. Crystals are probably in every room of my house. And every now and then I'll find them in the bathroom too, because when I take a bath, sometimes I will If I don't throw, the crystal in the bathtub with me, the bathtub is lined with crystals, candles, all of that kind of stuff, because that's, my thing. I like to charge the water sometimes when I'm taking a bath, because we all know that crystals have a healing property. So why not charge the water up when you're taking a bath, so you're not only cleansing yourself, physically, you are cleansing your body and healing your body on a spiritual level. So you have to find out what works for you. I have a lot of spiritual statues and Buddhas and all kind of stuff. That's my thing. You have to find out what works for you. What is going to inspire you in your home to be spiritual or creative or whatever. Because what works for me may not work for you. So you have to find out what works for you. So it says most of the lessons associated with our seven energy centers or seven chakras have to do with balance. While we value the material world as a way to concretely express our spirituality, over attachment to the physical can tempt us into materialism. The challenge can be more subtle than we realize. Even the poorest person can become a materialist if he is overly concerned about his possessions or lack of, and resents those who have more than he does. To know when you have enough is to be rich, and that enough is different for each of us. A famous rabbi in Poland revealed this truth to a tourist who was surprised to see that the rabbi lived in only one room. It contained many books, but just a bench and a table. "Where's your furniture?" the visitor asked. "Where's yours?" the rabbi retorted. The tourist shrugged his shoulders and explained that he, of course, didn't have any furniture with him because he was visiting. "Well," replied the rabbi, "I am too." We do get so caught up in our material goods, stuff that we purchase, to the point where the stuff that we can show people is so much more important than our spiritual life. You know, it was so funny, not funny like haha, but so interesting to me that Kobe's death has made people say stuff like, "Oh, we need to hug each other more. Oh, you need to love your spouse or hug your kids." You wasn't hugging your kids before Kobe passed away? Like that wasn't important to you until you see someone lose something really important? Like, we should all be loving each other and telling each other how much we appreciate each other and how much we love each other. Because that not only makes the person that you are telling feel good, but that brings more love to you. When you give love, when you are freely giving love, that has no recourse but to come back to you. But if you're holding on and you're tight and you're just out here trying to get what you can get, what you young people think hustling is the best thing in the world. I'm just hustling. I'm out here trying to get my paper. I'm out here trying to get this. I'm out here trying to get that. I'm trying to get this new chain. I'm trying to get this new car. But what are you doing for your spirit? In all of that hustling and receiving and building of monetary items, what are you doing for your spirit? Because that's what's more important. Because a car can be taken from you so quick. Like you could be driving down the street and someone hit your car and total it out. Then what do you have? So many people are so attached to, their stuff. Like we drive a 1999 Lincoln Navigator. It gets us where we're going. We'll get there the same time you get there. You know, I don't have to have a Mercedes or a Maybach or a BMW to make me feel good. I'm not into, material goods like a lot of people are. And the people that are into that are unhappy. They're unhappy because they're so busy trying to pay for that Mercedes, trying to pay for that insurance. Because Mercedes insurance and taking a BMW to get serviced and stuff, that is expensive. My son has a BMW that is sitting in his garage right now because it won't pass the smog. It's too expensive to, even be worked on. It won't pass the smog, so he can't drive it. But he got a BMW. People struggling to, you know, just to look good. I don't care about how I look. I'm at a point now where I care more about my spirit and how I'm dealing with my spirit, how I'm interacting, how I'm treating my body spiritually than I am what you see. Like I do get up every morning and I get on the scale to see, how I'm doing, but it's not because I care that y'all think I'm fat. It's because I'm working on my body. I don't care what people think about me because I know who I am, what I'm doing. So it don't matter what you think about what I'm doing or how I'm living or any of that. I don't care because you don't know me. You're just making a judgment of what you see, a snap judgment of what you see. Miss Missy said, I just want to look decent. I look decent. You know, I can, at 240 pounds, I look decent. I don't care about how I look. I care about being healthy. That's at this point, that's all I care about. Because when I put on an outfit, I feel like I look cute. And I don't care about what other people feel like I look like because everybody is going to have their own opinion of you, and everybody's opinion is going to be different. Some people will think you look cute, some people will think you funny looking, some people will think you strange, some people will think you crazy. So you can't take in all of these different opinions. You have an opinion on yourself and you run with that. That's how I am. Yeah, you we have to get out of that um appearance thing. Especially as spiritualists, we have to start looking at people with a different set of eyes. We have to start looking at people with a spiritual eye. When people are upset or angry or, saying mean things to us or, things that we don't agree with, we have to start looking at those people and trying to understand why they're doing that. Why are they hurting us? You know, have they been hurt? Obviously, they're hurt. So they are projecting their hurt onto you. And instead of lashing back at them, throw them some love. Because maybe that's what they need today. Maybe they need a hug and they didn't get one. And I ain't saying run up to strangers and hug them, but give them some good energy, bless them, and keep on going. We don't have to always be in a position where we want to fight everybody. So the next question is, do I deny myself the things I need, or do I indulge in things I don't need? I know I do. Sometimes I do indulge in things that I don't need. I am a crafter. I have, I don't know how many buckets of, and when I say buckets, I mean like those, that's overindulging. And I know that I am an artist. I do pocket letters, and with doing pocket letters, you do need like a lot of craft supplies like stickers and glue and the plastic sleeves in all of that kind of stuff. But 3 or 4 buckets of art supplies is overindulgence. It really is. Because I would go to Michael's. Oh, that's cute. I'm gonna get that. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Oh, that's cute. Everything at Michael's is cute. Everything at Hobby Lobby is cute. But you don't need everything that's there. So now I'm at a point where if I go in Michael's, what I do is I just touch all the cute items and I don't put them in my cart. You know what I mean? But I will touch them because I do think they're cute. So I go in there. Oh, that's cute, and I'll touch it and look at it and put it back on the shelf and go on about my business. I'm only purchasing things that I really need. I was overindulging with yarn. I had so much yarn. But that's because I used to watch other people's videos and they would have a whole room dedicated to yarn. But these were people that were selling their objects on Etsy and everything else. So they had to have a whole lot of yarn because they were making, way more projects than I was. But I wanted to be like them. They had a whole bunch of yarn. I wanted a whole bunch of yarn. I had to stop myself from doing that. Like if I'm working on a project, then I will go and purchase, yarn or whatever. But I'm not just out here buying yarn because I want some yarn. I mean, especially right now with us trying to buy a house, I had to realize, okay, you're gonna have to stop buying all this stupid stuff if, y'all trying to get a house and put your concentration on buying a house and not buying anything else. Like I'm not buying any more plants or gnomes or succulents or anything until we move. What we have now is what I have. I'm not buying anything else until we move, and then when we move, we'll buy what we need. And that's, the mindset that you have to have. Like, am I over indulging in spending or in purchasing things that I really don't need? Like clothes and all of that kind of stuff. Like, I do. I love to clothes shop. But I have to realize I'm not working right now. I'm retired. Why do I need to go out and buy clothes every weekend when I ain't going nowhere? It's not like I'm going to work. So there's no reason for me to continuously be buying all these outfits. Like, it's okay to buy a couple of t-shirts or whatever now every now and then, but to just be out here buying all these clothes and I'm not working, I'm not going to a job is kind of ridiculous. If I see something that I like, then I'll get it. But it just don't make no sense for me to be out here buying just a whole bunch of random clothes. For what? To wear around the house? No. Dear child, I love Michael's, Hobby Lobby. I don't really like Joann's Fabric. Their place is kind of boring to me. But Michael's and Hobby Lobby, oh yes, I be up in there, girl. Cause I like to buy the beads too. I love buying because I have gotten back into my jewelry making. Like, I go through these little phases where, okay, I'm crocheting this week, so I buy a whole bunch of yarn or whatever to do my crochet projects. And the next week I may go back into my jewelry making. And of course, then I gotta go out and buy my wire and beads and all that kind of stuff. So I do go through phases with my art project. So this week, this week we're back to wire. I'm going back into my wire wrapping. I made this ring a couple of weeks ago. This is a citrine, and it is on a rose gold wire. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, it is pink. It's on like a rose gold wire, but it is citrine chips. So I go through phases where I make certain things. I'm working on this ring here. Um Now, I'm not perfect at making jewelry. I do it for fun. Like, I don't sell any of my rings yet because I haven't really mastered it. Like, my necklaces and bracelets and earrings, I do sell, but the rings, I'm still working on this whole wire wrapping technique. But this is a pink aura quartz crystal that I wire wrapped. I still haven't really got it like the way I want it. I'm still working on it. But just don't overly buy things that you're not going to use. Don't be a hoarder. I mean, they talking about Kobe's um, memorial service. I figured they was gonna do it at the Staples Center, like they did Nipsey's. Oh, they saying the Staples Center is gonna be too small. Oh, they talking about they may do it at the Los Angeles Coliseum. It holds 80,000 people.
I know you're right. It holds 80,000 people as far as seating capacity. Plus, you got to think thousands of people get on the field too, so it makes space. Also, the areas around the Coliseum, there are lots of parks and open areas. A lot of
Thank
people.
you, Phoenix. I see the time. I'm so distracted. That's why I be trying to come on here before TMZ comes on, because y'all know that's my show. But let me I'm gonna start wrapping this up. Let me show you guys some of the things that I do to ensure, not ensure. I don't want to say ensure because it's not going to make it happen all completely. But these are some of the things that I use to help my chakras to stay balanced and at least, remind me. They are really good reminders to keep me in balance. So you notice that I do always have on my crystal bracelets. I always have on some type of crystal bracelets. I love quartz. I love moonstone. I love the energy that moonstones bring me. Do I have on my? I don't have on my. Oh, I usually have on some type of citrine. Um, any of the crystals that I really enjoy and I really get a good feeling for. If I can't find one bracelet that is already made, I will go to Michael's or somewhere and get the chips and make the bracelet myself because it's what I want to wear. Now, since we're doing this chakra, let me take this one off so you guys can see it. Since we are doing this series on chakra healing, I have been wearing my chakra necklace, and it has all of the crystals for the seven chakras and the symbol of Om, which is the meditation symbol. I do have this symbol also tattooed on the back of my neck. I try to wear things that bring good energy and balance to and harmony to my body. And I also always wear my favorite quartz crystal. This one is pretty heavy. Nice solid crystal. I clean it off really often because I do wear it. If I'm having pain or headaches or anything, this is a perfect crystal to, you know, put across your forehead if you're, having headaches, pain. You can do the same thing. It's got a nice point on it to receive direct energy where you need it. I do just love sometimes just sitting down, rubbing the quartz across my forehead, especially if I'm having migraines or whatever. And I woke up this morning and I was having something that felt like a baby migraine was coming on. So when I get off of here, I am going to put one of my migraine patches on my forehead and just relax for a while and probably just sit with one of my crystals and just relax. So if you want to bring that type of balance to your life, you have to do things in order to bring it. You can't just expect balance to come to you if you're not. working towards it. And if the body is not in a state of balance or alignment, you're not going to feel well. You're going to feel sick. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to feel anxious. You're going to have ulcers. All of these things is the body telling us that it is in some way out of alignment. So I hope that has made sense to you guys. If you have any questions that you don't feel comfortable asking me here, you can always email me. That is my email address. I am going to start allowing my subscribers that do participate on a regular basis. I am going to give them my business phone number, and if you want to talk to me or whatever after one of our a question about that is private, then you will be able to do that. I am working on that and trying to put that together. But that's it. We're going to continuously go through this book until we have went through all of the chakras, because I really feel like this is very, very important. Getting the body and spirit in alignment is the way to heal the body. The chakras have always been very important. People who do yoga or any type of very deep meditation are doing that in hopes to, align the chakras and get the chakras together and heal the body. Like, a lot of people don't just do yoga, just for exercise. That was never the complete design for yoga. People have used yoga for meditation in helping to align the body back together physically and spiritually. That's what yoga first started for, not for what we use yoga for now as just exercise. Yoga is very more spiritually deep than what we as Americans, you know, think it is. Kundalini yoga is where it's at. I heard that, girl. I heard that. We're gonna talk about that too. We gonna get into all of that because that's interesting too. Okay, guys, I love you, and I'm gonna go check on this earthquake too, Phoenix, and see what they're saying about that, because that's interesting. Do you want to say anything, little boy? Huh? You want to tell him hi? Hey, little fella. I hate when he do that. Come here. Gizmo. Come on. Come on, lazy bones. Say hi. Say hi, little Afro boy. He need his little Afro cut. Say hi, little Afro boy. Him sleepy? Hmm? Him sleepy? You ain't sleepy. Little lazy dog. You ain't sleepy. You are not that sleepy. You got to go outside and use the bathroom. You can't go to sleep right now. It's time for you to use the bathroom. It's 3 o'clock. You know, you go to the bathroom around this time. I like to keep him on a schedule. You know, when you have a dog, keeping them on a schedule is a good thing. He gets up in the morning, he uses the bathroom, and he will usually go back out around this time during the day. He'll go out again around 8 or 9 o'clock, and then he'll go out again about 2 o'clock in the morning, and he sleeps through the night. And he'll, get up in the morning and go out. I've never had a problem with him, um, using the bathroom in the house at night, or, well, he can't go out because he's in his crate at night.
And him such a good baby. Him don't never pee pee or poo poo in the house. Him is completely trained.
So we are praying to get a house, with a nice backyard where he can just go outside during the day and just play out there as much as he wants to. And, we don't have to keep him cooped up in the house, because where we are now, we share this walkway area with the neighbors in the back. We have two neighbors in the back. And we share this area. So he can't just be outside whenever he wants to, because my neighbor in the back is scared of dogs. Even though he's teeny, he's little, she's scared of dogs. So I can't just let him play. Um, well, the search is, I don't want to say it's not going good, but we have broadened um, our search. We are looking a little farther out. At first, my husband had said that he didn't want to go out as far as Sacramento, because the commute to his job would be an hour. But the commute from where we live now to his job is 40 minutes. So what's another 15 minutes? You know what I mean? Because we live in Oakland and he works in San Pablo, I think. I think it's San Pablo, but it's like Contra Costa. And if you know anything about Bay Area traffic, 80 going that way is always bad. Going that way and coming back this way during this time of day is bad, period. So what's another 15 minutes tacked on to his commute? So we have broadened our search, and this weekend we will be going to Sacramento. There is a couple of open houses, and so we're going to go and look at a couple of those. And I hope, you know, we find something that we like. Oh, you live Peaches Banks. I live in San Francisco. Oh, I live in Oakland. Oh, you scared of dogs? Oh, I mean, Gizmo is not the friendliest dog either. I mean, he looks really sweet, but he's not friendly. He will bark, and he does have a very aggressive bark, even though he's not going to do anything. He That's just, he got that little man complex. You don't know how little dogs are. They got an aggressive bark, but they ain't gonna do nothing. That's how he is. And he has scared the neighbor before. Like, she's come through the gate and he was outside and he just went totally ballistic on her. Even though I had him on a leash, she was still scared. So, I try to kind of keep them away from each other because I know she don't like dogs. I don't like big dogs. So, I would be the same way if I lived somewhere and a neighbor had a big dog. Has he? No, he's never bitten anybody. And I don't think that he would because he, ran up on our maintenance man one time and the maintenance man called his name. He was like, Gizmo, what is going on? And Gizmo just kind of like, oh, okay, I was just playing. He didn't do anything. Gizmo has been around infants. My grandkids, when they were first born, were here. A lot of three of them, two of them. Yeah, two of them when they were first born. We got Gizmo after Amani was born. But Gizmo was here when two of my grandkids were basically brought home from the hospital. And he has, been around infants, toddlers, the whole gamut. So I don't believe that he would bite anybody, but he will scare you. He will try his best to scare you, but I don't believe he would bite. But he is a dog. You know what I mean? So I try not to put him in that position because he is a dog and he is going to try to protect me or my husband. If we're out, he will get aggressive. He will bark. So that I mean, and that's what he's supposed to do. It's instinctual for your pet to protect you. And that's what he's trying to do. So, I don't like scold him when he, barks at people. I try to get him not to do it, but I won't scold him because I know he's being a dog. It's instinct for him to be a dog. I want him to be a dog. So that's that. Peaches Banks. If you watch other YouTubers, you know that Timothy Blaine lives in San Francisco also. So we're gonna have to have a little Bay Area meetup. I gotta find out some of the other people that follow me that also live here in the Bay Area, and we do like a little Bay Area meetup. It would be really nice if me and Timothy Blaine could, get together and he find his subscribers that live in the Bay Area. I get my subscribers that live in the Bay Area, and we do a little meetup. I think that would be real cute. So I'm gonna have to work on that. I gotta find out more people that follow me that live here in the Bay Area. But that's it, y'all. We've been here for an hour and 9 minutes. So try to make sure that your oh, I can't come. I'm in Ohio. My brother's in Ohio. Try to make sure that your chakra is in balance. Work on this chakra. We're gonna talk a little bit more about it tomorrow because I don't want to just go right into the next one. So I'm gonna get some more information off of Pinterest, and we're gonna talk a little bit more about this chakra tomorrow. So I will see you guys later. I love you very much, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Thank you.